Hey guys, how are you doing? Today we're going to be finding undervalued liquid meme coins. So to stay on topic, we're going to look at each of these words separately and share a little bit of information about it. So first of all, we're going to be finding. So what are we going to do? We're searching. We're going to be using filters. We're going to be sorting. And the place we're going to do it is at Coin Market Cap. That's the logo. The metaphor is liquid water. So I'm wearing my goggles. These aren't goggles, but you get it. Anyway, so we're looking for liquid meme coins. Now, why liquid? Liquid means that there's trading volume. And that means that you can take a bigger position. So if you have, 10, 20 grand or more, and you want to put in $1,000 or $2,000 or even $5,000 value worth into a meme coin for maybe a longer hold or, a swing trade, a couple weeks, then you want to find a liquid meme coin, not an illiquid one, not like a thinly traded one with low volume. So that's what we're looking for. Now, how are we going to do it? We're going to go to coinmarketcap.com. And when you get on the front page, you see Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's at 63K. That's okay. It's in that range, that critical range between 60 and 70 or 60 and 75, I guess. If that dips below, that's kind of like scary. But so far it hasn't. So that's telling us that Bitcoin is liquid. Hey, why not buy Bitcoin here for 10, 15% upside? But let's stay on topic and go to meme coins. So you can go to memes or you can go to Solana ecosystem. So memes, these are like the blue chip meme coins because they're big market caps and big daily volume, 24-hour volume, $587 million trading on Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe. So that's really liquid. But let's go to Solana ecosystem just for fun. Now, the way I'm looking for, so we're looking for undervalued. Remember again, undervalued. So what does that mean? That means the price is, well, we believe that the price is below what it should be fairly valued at, right? If it's overvalued, then it's above what it should be fairly valued at. So these are all judgment calls, but so what I'm going to do is there's different ways you can sort. You can sort by volume, which is interesting. I think that's actually default sorted by volume. You can also sort by market cap, and you can also sort by 7-day percentage up, down, etc. So I usually look at, okay, well, what has come up over the last 7 days? Well, PandaSwap has. I wonder why. This chart looks somewhat suspect if it's just like, so that might not be interesting. But Mew, for instance, is up 8% over the last 7 days. That's liquid. I know that. Look at the volume, $73 million daily volume. So that's pretty liquid. And the market cap is 333. So let's just look as an example at Mew, cat in a dog's world. Just look at the chart and see, well, what kind of money can be made. So, for instance, return over time. So here, the price is 0034, and that was on June 24th. And then, actually, this is just today. What? That says June 20. Sorry, June 14th, 2024, and then up to June 17th. So in 3 days, it went from 34 up to 50. So that's 16%. That's roughly a 50% return in 2 days. So as you can see, if you're nimble and quick and you call the bottom, you catch that falling knife, I mean, I guess this was like a critical support level here. So, if you're analyzing the chart, that would be a good entry, I would say. And then you make your 50%. Now, you say, 50%, schmifty%. But like I said, because it's liquid, and, you could put $1,000 on that, and in 3 days you make $500. Not bad. I mean, you could put $5,000 on this. Like, that's roughly 25 Solana. So you put 25 Solana in, and then you can make 12 Solana in 3 days. So this is why, again, we're looking for liquid. So there's an example. Now, the question is, okay, it's approaching this level again. And would we buy if it hits this level? Would you put in a trigger buy? That's up to you. I mean, maybe you would if you think. Sometimes these things go down even further. And then you're like, shit. So that's why you scale into trades. You don't go all in theory. I mean, everybody has their own trading style. If you're a genius and you just know that's sometimes you just know, and then you go all in. But if you don't know, if you don't have that critical edge, that super edge, then you scale in, right? You're managing risk. But, that begs the question, why are you ever trading if you don't just know? If you have that critical edge, like that super edge, why are you trading? That gets more onto is it a compulsion for you? These are inner game questions you can ask yourself. So anyway, there's cat and a muse in a dog's world. Symbol mu. That's a liquid meme coin that is in a potentially undervalued range. And as you search here, you got to start wondering, is it really undervalued? What's going on in the broader market? Is there further downside in the broader market to meme coins? I mean, is the meme coin cycle craze over? And a lot of people are kind of saying it is. It's sort of like NFTs. There was a massive 3, 4, 6 month period of gains, and then it just starts to peter off. So those are other questions you can ask. Let's look at others. So I wanted to look for volume. So let's go for really low volume coins and see what comes up there. For instance, ZUSD. See, what I do is when I'm searching, I'm like, okay, do I see something that I recognize? And then I'll scroll through here and I'll just see, is there any names that I recognize? Like this one. Yeah, I'm glad I did this because Solana, I definitely recognize. That was a big one. It was I almost feel that that's kind of like an ecosystem coin that maybe the Solana team behind the scenes kind of launched. And it was one of the first ones that sent on Solana. And see this, I mean, look, it exploded. I like to look at the market cap. So basically it's at 1.6 million and then boom, it exploded in March. Absolutely exploded up to 90 million market cap. And then now what's it at? Market cap at 11 million. So it's come in maybe 80%. And, is it at the floor? Here, the floor is 10 million. Here, it's 9 million. So it's actually kind of at an all-time low since the high. So is this undervalued? Yeah. Now it's it's more and more probable that it's undervalued the lower it goes, I guess. But there's kind of a tipping point, because if these things go too low, it's like they might never return. However, let's look at the volume and the activity of the community. Those are other things you can look at. And also, like, I mean, it's on a lot of exchanges. Bitmart. So this is a CEX coin, CEX. That means it's actually listed on exchanges. Coin Exchange, for instance, Bitmart, BingX, MEXC. So it's pretty big. And then you're getting, let's look at the volume. 24-hour volume, 300,000 on Radium per day. So that's pretty liquid. And, you know, I don't know. What's the total volume? I guess it doesn't tell you the total volume. But yeah, we can analyze the total volume. I mean, you can estimate it, I guess. It's pretty... I mean, the biggest ones are basically on Radium, MEXC, 100,000. So it's fairly liquid. Confidence high. So, and then let's look at the socials here. The first UEFA match is just Germany versus Scotland. Who will win? What's the result? So, I mean, I also saw something else here mentioned on Solana. Something about they're creating a Telegram bot. Oh yeah, Solana will drop our own Telegram bot where you can earn Solana tokens just for being active. So that's cool. That's a cool utility. They're adding utility, and they're trying to attract people into the Telegram. Why? So that they'll trade the coin and create volume and expand the user base. So that's pretty cool. And then you look at the interaction on this. 85 likes, 1 retweet. This isn't on Twitter. This is actually on CoinMarketCap. So that's interesting. And then, you know, we could go quickly to Twitter. I don't want to kind of dive too deep. I'm not, by the way, I don't recommend any of these things. I'm just sharing like techniques and, you know, how to do this. 29,000 followers. Whenever I see like that many followers, I'm always suspect. They probably paid for, I don't know, 20,000 or 25,000 of those followers in just a gut reaction, which is positive and negative. In some ways, that's smart because it hides the total number. You know, the art of warfare is deception. But in other ways, it kind of shows, it looks a little fake. But I don't know, you know, in order to really get you got to analyze all this. You got to analyze volume versus Telegram users versus Twitter across like maybe 100 different coins in order to see, well, where's the deviations? Like, where's the ones that the outliers? Because those are probably the false ones, and because everything resorts to the mean, the average metrics on these things, followers to activity to volume, is probably going to be closer to the truth, right? I digress. But there you go, Solana chain on Solana chain. So pretty high end. I mean, you know, the website is. I've seen this before, and you know, it's good. Oh, look at this, mint your Solana VIP card NFT here. So they're selling NFTs. That's cool. It's active basically. And yeah, it's kind of established. I don't think the coin is going to zero. So this is why it's safer long term to buy a coin like this that's like more liquid, more established. If it's already on CEXs, centralized exchanges, that is, then you know that it's more stable. It's kind of not going anywhere. And then the next decision you make is, when do I buy? And again, that's up to you. Timing is very tricky because you could buy this at 10 million market cap, and then a few days later it's at 20 or 26. So that's a really nice return if you time these jumps. So here it's at 10 million on April 17th, and then a few days later it went up. Just 6 days later it goes to 26. So that's a nice swing trade of over basically 150% gain on these jumps. So the question is, when will it jump again? And if you just like think about it as a rhythm, it does it here. It did it on April 17th, and then here April 30th. So that's 2 weeks later, and that took what's that? So basically it bottomed here at April 30th, and then a week later it jumps up to 20. So there's another double, and then here, where did it bottom here? So now you got May 30th. So that's a month apart between these troughs, and then what are we at now? We're at June 21st. So according to this rough rhythm, we might be in a buying zone here in the next week or so, or even now. I mean, these things are not exact, but so that's another thing you can look at is the frequency, the period of between pumps, right? And because it's like a pulse. If a coin's dead, there's no pumps. There's no pulse. There's no heartbeat. It's dead. But so they kind of have to pump it, whoever it is. And either they're buying it up and promoting it, that's a pump, or they're just straight buying it, or it's just a pure promotion, and like a bunch of people buy it. But I think, in my experience, it's a combination. They'll plan a promo, whether it be press releases, influencers, etc., and then when that is going to happen, there may be some insider buying in order to fuel the pump, as it were, cranking it up. Because as they crank it up, the buyers come in, and then, they capture the capital, or, whatever. That's kind of the theory, and I think that it's pretty accurate, because that's how it is. They have to kind of keep churning the capital. And so that's what it means to be in a live coin. So there you go. You want to be in a live coin. You want it to be liquid. You want it to be active, moving forward. And, that's kind of how these more liquid, bigger cap, or, I'm going to say this is a mid-cap coin. So there's some of the thinking of how to analyze it. That's Solana. And you can make money that way. I mean, you don't have to buy these like super fast pumps that just pump and dump, that last for 2 days and then flatline. There's been a lot of that from PumpFine and a lot of these tokens on Solana, and many of them just die and people get wrecked. Here's another one that I saw, Super Trump. Now I saw this just in the sidebar here, because there was a Trump coin. Yeah, it's this article here. So this article, Trump coin rallies, or this is Super Trump, S-Trump, 4% less 24 hours, political debates, new exchange listing. So that's pretty bullish when they're actually getting listed on sexes. And you can see this pump is crazy. So it went from 5 million market cap, and it just pumps up to 15 million. So that's but that was on May 27th. So the question is this undervalued? Super Trump. I would say it's fairly valued, because it's kind of like halfway down from it's only retraced halfway. So I wouldn't say this is undervalued. I would say this is fairly valued. And I wouldn't buy a chart like this. I just wouldn't, because it could come back a lot more. It could come down to like here easily. These things almost always do. Look at this pump. I mean, it just flatlines. I mean, it could flatline again. The debates in the Trump are heating up. The political meta is still there. So I think this is one to keep an eye on. But there you go. You usually don't want to buy an app right after or a week after these things pump, because there's usually that sell-off period, and then it troughs and flatlines again. You want to buy when it troughs and flatlines, assuming it's still alive. It still has a pulse and a heartbeat. So that's Super Trump. Pay is another one. This one's interesting because it's pretty liquid, and it says very liquid. 2 million in 24 hours on Uniswap. So this is actually the ETH version. Pay. I guess they're getting more listings. So this is definitely liquid. Is it undervalued? I don't know. I mean, when it kind of like dips down, that might be kind of like the floor. This is the undervalued zone. 21 million market cap. Where is it at now? 24. So I wouldn't say it's undervalued. I'd say it's maybe slightly undervalued. But in this market, it's kind of a soft market for meme coins. This is not one that you'd want to get. You know, I would wait until it flatlines even more. And, again, this is the liquid one. Will it pump huge? I don't know. It has in the past. But I think there'll be smaller pumps and then maybe a bigger pump. I don't know. So that's pay. GameStop is another one. So GameStop is crazy. Look at this volatility: up, down, flatline, up, huge, down. And is it undervalued here? Again, 31 million, and it was at a high of 450 million. Oh no, that's the volume. Yeah, crazy, 450 million volume. But so is that 217 million market cap at the peak, and now it's at 45. So it's come down a lot, but I would probably want to wait to see to this pattern, you know, the trough, the flat line before entering. If you like this, if you like the stock, that meta is probably ongoing because I guess Roaring Kitty is back, and GME and that whole narrative is also back. Wall Street Bets is kind of back. But again, in terms of timing, I wouldn't. I would wait for a flat line if you like this. Yeah. So that's another one. GME. Pepe 2. Yeah, I won't even look at that too much. Again, you want to kind of enter in this zone. And then, but it moves very fast. So if this spikes, then you got to kind of exit because it's going to come right back down. But it is stepping up. You see that? And then this sell-off is at this stair. So if they want to keep this stepping up, they're going to have to keep supporting the price and pumping it. If you believe in that conspiracy view, which is accurate, like insider buying, wash trading. That's accurate. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is a super great one. But again, it depends on your criteria and your trading style. So yeah, we talked about Solana, but let's see if we can find another one quick. And then finding undervalued liquid meme coins. Let's see what other undervalued liquid meme coins we can find. So let's just look at 7-day. So let's see what's come down over the last 7 days. Really, yeah, GME. See, so that's come down a lot. That's why I was looking at it. MAGA or Trump has. Let's look at that. Oh, Manakee is another one I wanted to look at. Cat Whiff Hat. Yeah, there's a lot of them that have come down. Let's look at MAGA Trump quick. Just a quick scan of the chart now. And over the last year, wow, look at this. Yeah, so we're here. I don't know if we can expand this. Yeah, I mean, my gut is telling me this is tricky. Let's look at just the last month. Yeah, so market cap is now at 318 million, and it was at 743. So that's like a 66% retracement. So I would kind of say that it could come down even more. So I don't know if I would love that, but I could be wrong, because the Trump meta and the debates are coming up. And but again, I want to see that bull. I want to see that flat line for an entry. And we looked at Mu already. Did I look at Mu? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did look at Mu. And then Salama. Okay, so Maneki, yeah. This is one. It's very liquid. But it was considered, they were comparing it to some of the other large cap coins, and it's already on sexes. And again, I'm talking about this because these are ones that if you have 10, if you say you have 100 Solana or 200 or 500 Solana, like, you want to kind of, you might want to put 20 or 30 or even 50 in a more liquid coin. But so this is where you might do that. And then let's look at market cap quickly on Maneki. So I actually told my friend about this right here, and it started going up for a small gain, but then it came down again. Or no, where was that? Yeah, I think it was here. Yeah, it was here, and then it came down, and then it went up. So you can make quite a bit, 84. But now the market cap is basically at 62 million, and it's off from a high of 159 million. So yeah, could it come down even more to 50 million? Yes. Anytime you ask the question, can it come down more with meme coins or crypto? Yes. Will it? I don't know. I mean, no one knows for sure. But here's another one. If it starts forming one of these floors again, and it's at kind of a critical level, yeah, you might time an entry on that. So yeah, this is basically how you can use CoinMarketCap to find more liquid coins, because the ones that are listed on sexes, that is centralized exchanges, have more liquidity flowing into them. And why do you want liquid coins? Because you can take bigger positions and they're more stable. They're not necessary. Well, they're not going to go to zero. I'm going to say they're still very volatile, compared to blue chip stocks, Nvidia stock, or Royal Bank or TD Bank. But yeah, so you can see. Okay, let's look at Ponky. You can look at Ponky, Dog with Hat, all these things. I'll just do quickly Dog with Hat. Why not? I'm here. I'm making a video. Once you get started, I tell you, making videos is not easy. You got to think a lot. You have to plan it out. You have to think about, what am I going to talk about? Do I want to make the same video everyone else makes? And but today I was on a Twitter space, and we were chatting with the makers of my launchmynft.io, and it was such a great conversation, like super smart guys in there, and we had such a great conversation, and it inspired me. It inspired me to make this video, yeah, so I'm becoming more active. I'm appearing in places, so I hope to grow the channel and continue to bring lots of value. So if you have questions, join my groups, join my channels, follow Twitter if you feel like it, and ask me questions, give me advice, correct me, join the conversation. I mean, I'm just one person, and we want to create a think tank in a real community to share everything, to share knowledge, tips, advice, alpha, that is tips, what's going to go up, what's going to go down, the whole 9 yards, and not just about crypto. I'm plan on covering more about just finance in general, banking in general, investment in general, money, real estate, gold, commodities, the whole 9 yards. I mean, just like physical financial success, shall we put it? And because I think it's on everyone's mind, with the way the system is going. So that's what I'm tapped into, because I got to say, like, I am still not there yet in my own life. I want more. And, you know, I'm still learning, but I'm committed. I mean, you can win, you can lose, you can win, you can lose, you can have setbacks. Some people get rich, they lose half. Some people get rich, they lose it all. Some people do that once and learn. Some people do that twice and learn. And but eventually they say, you know, you will get it right at one point. And you will, if you're not there yet fully, just keep going. That's the whole point. So that's my mindset. I'm going to keep going. My channel's growing, but I know that it takes months, years, decades even to really get where you want to go. And it becomes your life. It becomes your career. So I'm committed to the channel. I'm committed to sharing knowledge and information and networking with all you guys. So that's kind of my spiel there. But let's look at Dog with Hat just quick, and then I'm going to end the video. 1 month, yeah. So it's down a lot. Market cap was at 1.34 billion. Wow. And now it's at roughly 1/3 of that at 400 million market cap. But in terms of a chart, like, again, I don't see that bowl. I don't see that bowl and flatline with the floor. So this could keep going down, and never underestimate how far down it can go. 1 billion market cap there, 1.3 billion. I mean, these things can come in 90%. So it could go to 100 million market cap. But, you know, you have key support levels. So this key support level is, I mean, these are being broken. 289 million. And yeah, we're still above some of these support levels. Like here, what's this? 322. So I would say that this is not a good entry for this, but if you like the meme, the meta dog with hat, it's big, it's liquid. Let's look at the trading volume. Yeah, like depth. What's that? It's on Binance, so I think it's a Binance coin, which is pretty good. Those guys seem to manage their currency well. Yeah, 179 million volumes. So this is a liquid one again. Yeah, so that's dog with hat. So that's kind of how I can search and do a little bit of thinking and analyzing about some of these bigger meme coins. Anyway, guys, so go ahead, join the Pump Fund Cabal in the link below. Buy an NFT for early access because we're doing a launch coming up. Still cooking it. You know, everyone's like, when? And I'm like, you know, I'm not in a huge rush. I mean, I'd like to do it right. We had a really successful one before, and we're always learning. And new players are coming in. You know, it's a very dynamic space. I'm meeting people all the time, and yeah. And then a lot of people I know they're all learning and advancing and getting richer. So it's exciting. Really good things can happen. Yeah, join my calls channel. Do it all, baby. I'm almost not monetized, by the way. I'll show you quickly. Well, not almost monetized, but I'll give you a stats update. Because basically, it's been 2 months since I've started to do regular videos. So you can see I'm up to 1,741 subscribers. You know, still a pretty small channel, but I'm going in the right direction. Growth, green, 10,000 views, which is up 8,600 views over the last 28 days. So that's really good. That's big. That's growth. And 639 watch time hours. So I want to get these numbers. So for instance, I'm getting 755 views in the last 2 days, which is roughly, 370 views per day. I want to get that up to 1,000. So I want to go 3x. And I mean, that's just like a mental goal. 1,000 views a day would be nice. And what would that look like? You know, I visualize this chart. I'm getting steady views now. This used to be quite sparse. But yeah, look at that. 27 views a day, 23, 12. And, you know, it peaks and But yeah, I'm getting regular ones coming in, and especially my fresh videos. People like that. I did one, how to find deck screener 100x meme coins. So similar to what we did today, but today we looked at market cap. So that's another one you want to look at, and I'll link to that. But yeah, you can see I'm growing, and I want to create more and more and more content, like hundreds, thousands of videos, and do more regular live stream. You know, I got to keep the fuel in the fireplace going. You know, part of that is just my motivation, my creativity, and the other part of it is I don't know what, just sheer determination. Like being an influencer is highly. I mean, I don't know if I'm an influencer, but I'm whatever. I don't even think about what I am. I just try to learn and share and learn from one another. But it's not easy. That's all I'm saying, is because you know, you kind of do it by yourself in a vacuum. So I'm making more. I want to connect more with people. I want to be on podcasts and shows and in Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces seems to be a good place to start. I was on one this morning and I spoke and had a really good conversation. And then, you know, if I can do live interviews, etc., that is kind of something that I'm going to continue to do. So, and then I'm going to start launching like ways that you can support me. And there's going to be multiple ways if you want to. I mean, it's not a huge deal at this point because I'm still small, and I'm not in this for the money, really. I mean, it's a channel about money, but so you can see here I'm up to 1,000 public watch hours. This is your criteria for becoming monetized on YouTube. So once I'm monetized, I'll get ad revenue, and I can also do things like super chat and donations, and also subscription communities, and you know, there's multiple benefits. So I'm 1/3 of the way there, and in 3,000. I kind of wanted to do that in 3 months, but I haven't been able to. So I want to up the pace of the content, the quality of the content, and you know, start hitting these goals a little faster. So I'm getting more active and more creative. But there's an update, and I hope you help me achieve that, because we can all learn together, and we can all share this together, and make money together, and grow richer together in more ways than one, not just monetarily and financially, but also in terms of our networks, in terms of our friendships, even yeah, I mean, people find partners and stuff at conventions. The guy in the Twitter space, he said he found his wife since he's been working in NFTs, and I mean, crypto is vibrant and interesting. It attracts very smart people and creative people. So there's lots of benefits to being in this space. Okay, so anyway, there you go. I'll just show you my Twitter. Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you want. That's growing too. I'm up to 1,200 subs on Twitter. Dave Crypto. Dave.crypto. So go ahead and follow if you like. Also, if you're in a token community and you want to get some promotion, you can send your tokens to my address, and I'll do giveaways in live streams or in a separate video. Like, I'm open to all that. And then, you know, I was thinking, instead of just giving them all away, I'll maybe keep 10% or 20% or 25% in a bag, and then I'll just come back to it and look at the value and the chart and the community. So that's kind of like an ongoing ad, you know. So that's a program I just started. Get exposure for your token community, Memecoin community. Send tokens to this address and get featured on Dave.crypto on YouTube. Yeah, so that's another benefit of following me on Twitter and getting involved in the channel. Like I said, if it can be a very low-cost way of advertising, because it's early now, but in a year I'll probably be, I don't know, I could be at 50,000 subs. And if I'm still holding your token at that point, then you know, that can get a lot of exposure for your community and your project. So that's another thing. Okay, so yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you found some value in this. How to find meme coins, finding undervalued liquid meme coins, man. You know, we're underwater, but there's lots of tasty crabs and starfish and octopus underwater that you can find, and they're like, barbecue it, man. Okay, we'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope the audio wasn't too fucked up. I see the meters are kind of fucked up, but anyway, okay, talk to you later. Bye.